St. Paul is an old town and weathered. 2 or 3 affluent avenues were left over from the 19th century where the rich had built their mansions, the railroad executives, the 3M people, the brewery owners. There were smaller enclaves of newer affluent streets. Most of the city, though, had been built of pine studs and sheetrock for working men from the 19th century through the period immediately after World War II. In general, the houses were small and closely spaced, now dilapidated with worn and awkward additions that did not add to their beauty. The city once had a geographically coherent black community, but that, of course, was where I-94 had been built, and the community had been atomized. Lucas lived on one of the newer affluent streets, as far to the west as the city got. Mississippi River Boulevard ran along the east side of the river. He couldn't see the river from his house because it was at the bottom of a steep-cut, heavily wooded valley. Backing out of his garage, the mist-veiled houses of Minneapolis were visible across the gorge, glowing like miniature colored lanterns perched on a shelf. Lamb had wondered if he could hear the sirens responding to the sand murders, but his home was 5 miles from Crocus Circle, one of the old rich streets, so he hadn't. He took the river boulevard north and then turned east, windshield wipers squeaking away the rain, as the battery-powered car hissed silently along the dark streets. He managed to hit almost every red traffic light between his house and Sand's home, and got stuck behind a group of plastic-wrapped night-riding cyclists hogging a lane, and so took 15 minutes to get to the murder scene. There, he parked behind a collection of cop cars, both marked and unmarked. A forensic van sat directly in front of the house on the wrong side of the street. A loose crowd of neighbors stood under umbrellas watching the action. As he fished his own umbrella out of the passenger side footwell, he squinted through the rain trickling down the windshield. The Sands definitely had been rich, he thought, or at least well-financed. In a city where housing prices were low by American standards, the house where they lived would sell for at least $1 million and probably more. 2 kids dead. Not a pleasant prospect. He'd seen a lot of ugly in his life, which might have contributed to his depressive episodes. He wouldn't quit what he was doing because what he was doing was interesting. He could be angered by the ugliness, but not undone. Lucas stepped out of the Cayenne, put the umbrella up, and walked across the street toward the house. A uniformed St. Paul cop moved to intercept him, stopped when he recognized Lucas, and said, "Hey, man." "Hey, Steve. How bad is it?" Lucas asked. "Bad enough," Steve said. A bulky man, he was wearing a knee-length raincoat and had a plastic wrapper on his uniform hat. His face was wet from the mist, and water droplets glittered from his eyebrows and glasses. "I haven't seen them." "Lucas." "Understand they were shot." "Yep, all 3 of them. The wife found them," Steve said. "I'm told the judge got it 4 times, the kids twice each. The shooter made a real mess." "Wife inside?" Lucas asked. "Dunno. Haven't seen her and I haven't been inside. They put me out directing raindrops as soon as I got here. Forensics is already working it." Lucas nodded. Saw their van. And, "Take it easy, man." "Yep, you too. Hey, get well." "I'm working on it," Lucas said. He left Steve and shuffled up the red brick sidewalk to the house, climbed 3 stone steps to the front porch, crossed it to the impressive 2-panel front door. The door was covered with plastic sheeting, meaning the cops thought the killer might have touched it. A young cop inside the door said in her best officious tone, "Stay inside the tape." Lucas stepped into the house, found himself in an entrance foyer with 12-foot ceilings, a wood-strip floor of some light-colored wood, and an intricate circular red and blue Persian carpet under a modern cut-crystal chandelier.